Hello, this is going to be a video to show you how to create an outline using the outline format in our new textbook. So first thing you need to do is you need to get your outline format out, which looks a lot like this. All right, the outline format basically tells you what to write, where to write it, and what it should look like when you are done. So by following the steps of this outline, you will learn how to do an outline. Then you just apply the same steps to every single section that I give you throughout the year, and it should be pretty easy for you to do. Now, this page I gave you in class needs to be cut out and glued on the back of your notebook. That way, when you are writing your next outline and you forget a little bit, you can come watch this video, or you can look at the outline format to tell you what goes where and what's next. All right, so first thing it asks you for is, it's going to ask you for the number and the title of your outline. The number I'm always going to give you. I'm going to give it to you when I give you the homework assignment. So if it's outline 1-2, it means outline chapter 1, lesson 2. If it's outline 3-4, it means chapter 3, lesson 4. If it's outline 12-2, then it means chapter 12, lesson 2. So that'll be the number. The title, it tells you to look for the big black letters on the top of the page. So we're going to use the online e-version of the textbook that you'll have access to. Now, the thing is, it looks a little different. Same writing, same everything. It's just a little different. So the lesson 2 of chapter 1 is the Young Republic. Now, the essential questions normally on your page will look like they'll be on the top left corner about right here. And then as you scroll down, you'll start seeing other writing, like this picture is all in the same, that first page. All right, so it looks a little different, but I am going to use this version because what we're looking for is the main sections and the sub-main sections. And if we go back to the outline format, it tells you what to look for when there's a main section or a subsection. All right, so first, number, I told you, will be chapter 1, section, lesson 2. So that's outline 1-2. The title is big black letters. So if we look over here, there's our big black letters, which is the Young Republic. So if we're going to do this on say, a piece of paper or by hand, we're going to put outline 1-2, the Young Republic. Okay, so this is what you would put on the top of your paper as your headline. All right, this would be, if you're written by hand or typing, it goes on the top. All right, so, and I give you an example on the outline format. See, it says outline, and this should say 1-2, the Young Republic, and it's on pages 21 through 29. Now, the next thing, once you put your title on the top, which is outline, like you wrote it here, outline 1-2, the Young Republic, now it's time to write the essential question. Now we go back to the book. Here are your 3 essential questions. Now, I do not want you to choose the question or answer the question until you are done with your outline. These questions are going to be easier to understand and explain and answer if you've already written the outline out, and now you can go back and choose one of these 3. So what I want you to do is, on your piece of paper, I want you to go to the first line of your writing, put a dash, and put essential question. Okay? And then here is where you would write one of these 3, but do this at the end. So you got to give yourself a couple lines to come back and do it. So let's say that at the end, I'm done with the outline, and I choose, why do people form governments? Okay, so then I will write, why do people form governments? Okay, and question mark. Then on the next line, you write answer, and in one sentence, based on what you read, answer, why do people form governments? All right, so you'll have to write the question down and then answer in the very next line. But again, because you're going to do this at the end, you just have to give yourself like 3 or 4 lines at the very top. All right, once you give yourself the space for that, remember, you will do the essential question and the answer to essential question at the end. So just give yourself a couple lines. Then when we get to this next one, it asks you on the outline format, all right, write Roman numeral 1. You see, Roman numeral 1. If we look down there's Roman numeral 1, there's 2, there's 3. In each one, it could be 4, it could be 5, depending how long the section is. For now, we're looking for the first Roman numeral. All right, and how do we find it? Write the first main section, which is this large dark blue letters. So we're going to write Roman numeral 1 here on our outline. And if you're doing it online, you could easily go to this button here, and you see the Roman numerals, they're built in for you. Click on it, and there's Roman numeral 1. So let's go to the book and find what is Roman numeral 1. All right, so we're looking for dark blue letters. And then we're scrolling, I don't see anything, I don't see anything, but on the next page, there we go. Establishing the American Republic. These are the dark blue letters that are the main sections. These are going to be the smaller blue letters that are the blue sections. I don't know why they didn't use a different color, why it has to be blue, and this is not a subsection, not a subsection, right? So these are the main sections right here, and these are the subsections, the smaller one. So this is our first main section, Roman numeral 1, establishing the American Republic. So I'm going to put establishing the American Republic. Okay, now the next thing my outline format tells me to do is indent and write letter A. So see, indent over. So if you are doing it on the computer will do it for you. You hit enter and then hit tab and it goes over to A. If you're doing it by paper, you just have to indent like between here and here should be like the size of your index finger. So make sure it's indented. All the letter A's. All right, so let's go back to the book and we're looking, or this tells us write the name of the first subsection. These are the ones written in small light blue letters. So we go to the book. This was our main section. This is not a subsection. The first one is political ideas of the new nation. So we write political ideas of the new nation. All right, then we hit enter. But we're not at B yet, because if we look over here, it doesn't say right now B. It says you need to indent again, and you need to give a 1 and a 2. All right, and two main ideas. So what are the two main ideas of political ideas? So once again, you indent, and it goes to number 1. All right, so now I'm going to go to the book, and under political ideas, I'm going to read this paragraph. Oh, that's it. It's just one paragraph. So this right here is the political ideas for the nation. I'm going to read this, and on my outline, I'm going to give the first main idea, and I'm going to enter and write the second main idea. Okay, and then hit enter. Now when I hit enter, it goes to number 3. I don't want number 3. I want to go to B, because you're only supposed to write 2 main ideas. So I want B. If you hold shift down and hit tab, it goes back. If you hit tab, it goes forward. Shift tab goes back. Now we look for outline format. It tells us B, write the name of the second subsection, the second small blue letters. So we go to our textbook, all right? We just wrote down A, and as we're scrolling, oh look, freedom of religion, all right? So then we're gonna go and we're gonna write on this one, freedom of religion. Hit enter, you hit tab to get the 1 and 2. So now the 1 and 2s are, you're gonna go back to the book, and you're gonna read this paragraph of freedom of religion, and you're going to read this part of freedom of religion. And based on this section here, you're reading here, you're going to tell me what is the first main idea of freedom of religion, and then the second. And then once you hit enter again, you got to give it to C, because you got to do as many of these A, B, any subsections as there are there. Now we look at the book, we just did B, so now let's see if we could find C. So as we're scrolling, oh, there's C. Articles, the Articles of Confederation. So I'm going to write down the Articles of Confederation. All right. Now I'm going to hit enter and then indent, because once again, I want the first main idea, second main idea. All right. You only want 2 main ideas. I do not want to see you writing 3 or 4 here. In fact, I take points away if you write more than 2. I want you to read that section and only give me the 2 most important ideas, not everything that you see. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, normally, we would go to D, but there has to be a D in order for us to give it. So let's go back to the book and see if there's a D. We know this is C, so we're going to scroll. We're going to scroll and see, do we have C? And then we're looking, D. We do not have D, because this is the next main section, the U.S. Constitution. So that's not D. That would be, if you hit Shift Tab, it goes back, Roman numeral 2. The U.S. Constitution. All right, here, enter, tab, and then A. So now we're looking for the first subsection in the U.S. Constitution. So we know this is Roman numeral 2. Now, if we're scrolling, we're looking for the light blue letters. Oh, there it is, debate and compromise. That's 8. That's A, I'm sorry. So, debate and compromise. Now I read those paragraphs, first main idea, second main idea. And then now we're looking for B. So we go to B. All right, the debate and compromise is A. Let's keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. there's B, framework of government. All right, so then we're going to write framework of government. And then we're going to indent first main idea, second main idea. Okay, now we're looking for C. There might not be a C. It all depends on what the book gives you. It might be A, it might be AB, ABC, ABD. There was one last year that had A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. If that's not many subsections, that's how many you write. So we have there that one. So remember, at this point, we've written Roman numeral 2 is the U.S. Constitution, A and B. Now we're seeing if there's a C. All right, so let's go. So we're looking, there it is, ratification and the Bill of Rights. All right, so then we write ratification and the Bill of Rights. All right, and then we give the first, second main idea, and then hit enter. Now let's see if there's a D. All right, so that's C, and we're looking for, is there a C? I mean D. We're looking for no D, no D, no D, no D. Oh, there's no D. That means this right here is Roman numeral 3, the rise of political parties. So then we'd go back here and we hit Shift Tab, and it goes the rise of political parties. All right, then we hit Enter, hit Shift, I'm sorry, and now we're on A. All right, so let's go back to Roman numeral 3, the rise of political parties. See if there's an A under it. All right, let's go back to the book, and there, okay, the guiding question. This is not, that's not A. All right, that is not A. Has to be the section. All right, we're going. Nope, there is Jefferson and Hamilton. All right, so then we're going to put Jefferson and Hamilton. Then you'll read about Jefferson and Hamilton, and you give me the first main idea, second main idea. Now let's see if there's a B. All right, Jefferson is A. We're still going. Oh, there's B, election of 1800. All right, so then election of 1800. Hold on. There you go. Then first main idea, second main idea. Then we go to C. Let's see if there's a C. So election of 1800 is B. We're gone. Nope. Because the 19th century begins is Roman numeral 4. All right, so then we move over here, back to the book, back to our outline. So see, this one only had A and B. So this is Roman numeral 3, the 19th century begins. All right, now hit enter, tab A. Now let's look for A. And right there it is, Jefferson in office. So we're going to put Jefferson in office. Now you're going to read about Jefferson in office, and you're going to give me the first main idea and the second main idea. And then let's see if there's B. All right, so we have A as Jefferson in office. Let's scroll. There's B, westward expansion. All right, so let's put westward expansion. Okay, then indent, first main idea, second main idea. Now let's see if there's a C. Let's go back to the book. There we had westward expansion, that was B. We're going, there's C, War of 1812. Let's go back to the thing, War of 1812. Now once again, first main idea, second main idea. Now let's see if there's a D. And we go back. So War of 1812 was C. We're scrolling, you can see from the book. And nope, we're D. Once you see lesson review, it means you're done. Once you see lesson review, it means you're done. Do not keep going, because if you keep going, you're going to end up doing more work than you have to. So let's review what our outline should look like, right? So at this point, I'm going to make this smaller so we can see it as a full screen. Okay, and by the way, there is no D, so it's ABC. Okay, so this is what your outline should look like. All right, so at the top, your outline 1-2, the Young Republic. If it's 3-4, then whatever the 3-4 title is, then you put your essential question, whenever you choose, but you choose it at the end. And then on the bottom, you write answer. And then you write the answer in one sentence of what you read. Why do people do that? So you write the question, you put the answer, one sentence. Then you look at the Roman numerals, Roman numeral 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the big letters. A, B, and C are the subsections, and 1 and 2 are the details that you write. But if you look, Roman numerals, they're all lined up. The subsection, A, B's, they're all lined up. And then the 1s and 2s, they're all lined up. This is what your outline should look like, indented over. If you're writing here, and you're blah, blah, blah writing, if you go to the next line, it should be, it should follow the indentation. It should not go all the way to the next line. All right, it should not come all the way back here. It should indent it. If you're writing here, then your indentation should be there as well. All right, so hopefully you're paying attention. Follow your outline format. Look at this video on the website. And remember, you do as many of these as there. If there's 3 of them, you do ABC. If there's 3 of them, ABC. If there's 2, AB. There might be somewhere it's 4, A, B, C, D. There might be 1, you do A. Whatever subsections are under the main section is the one that you do. So these are the dark blue letters, and each one of these is the light blue letters. So main ideas, sub ideas, or subsection ideas. All right, hope you got that. Thank you very much.